Alder was the former Unova Champion during the Black and White series. However, he suffered from little screen time during his own series. We saw Trip battle him at the end of the World Tournament Junior Cup. However, Ash himself never got the chance to battle Alder. So it begs the question, could Ash have defeated Alder in Black and White? What team could he have assembled to defeat the Unova Champion? Today, we will find that answer. Hey Pokemon Champions, I'm Champion Blaze and welcome back to the Ash Ketchum Best Team series. I've made many installments tackling the various best teams Ash could use to defeat various opponents. Today, it's Alder's turn. We know his Buizel is pretty strong and he has a great blend of goofy personality and dominant presence, but I'm confident Ash Ketchum can assemble a strong unit to defeat this champion. For this team, we'll be only considering the Pokemon Ash had access to up until Black and White, and released Pokemon would not be up for consideration. In addition, I will be benching Charizard and Infernape for this team. These two Pokemon alone could probably sweep Alder's team due to his weaknesses to fire, flying, and fighting type moves. I've talked about these two Pokemon enough in plenty of other best team videos, so by excluding these Pokemon, I then get to make a more fun and creative team. With that covered, let's get started. In all of the Black and White games, Alder doesn't specialize in any single type, but definitely seems to be a pseudo-bug specialist. His team in Black and White as a champion was Buizel, Excelgor, Escavalier, Vanilluxe, Druddigon, and Volcarona. In Black 2 and White 2, he swaps out Druddigon and Vanilluxe for Conkeldurr and Braviary. These two team compositions make his team's biggest weaknesses fire, flying, fighting, and rock, and multiple members of his team share these same weaknesses, which is even crazier. So of course we're going to be choosing Pokemon for Ash's lineup that would give him the strongest chance against Alder. And like I did with Ash's best team for Cameron, I will be going with some more fun and creative choices here, since I believe that out of all of existing champions, Alder's team, in terms of type composition, is among the weakest champion teams. Released Pokemon will not be up for consideration, nor will any Pokemon after Black and White. With that said, let's see which Pokemon will be a part of this team. Headlining the team is going to be the beast behind the shades, Krookodile, Ash's only Unova Pokemon to make this team. All of Ash's Unova Pokemon were pretty decent, except for you, but none stood out like Krookodile. Krookodile had the distinction of having a rivalry with Ash's Pikachu since the beginning of the series, which led to such a well-deserved capture when it was a Croc. Its personality is so cool and it has a great never-give-up attitude when things get rough, just like Ash. Krookodile has one of the best movesets out of all of his Pokemon, and it's one of the best on the team here, being Dig, Aerial Ace, Stone Edge, and Dragon Claw. Its moveset has so much versatility and coverage and lets it go up against so many different opponents. Krookodile also came in clutch against Bryson in the Icera City Gym by defeating his ace Beartic. It was able to defeat Iris's pseudo-legendary Dragonite and even bested Stefan and his Pokemon in the Unova League. I wish Krookodile had more time as a part of Ash's team, but I can see why Ash had to earn this Pokemon's respect, as it was no pushover and fights tooth and nail on the battlefield. With its great moveset, Krookodile can decimate Alder's Excelgor, Escavalier, Volcarona, Vanilluxe, Druddigon, Conkeldurr, and Braviary, which is almost all of his Pokemon. Krookodile once again is showing why it's a veteran to my best team series and how greatly it stacks up against multiple Pokemon. But with Krookodile being the only Unovan Pokemon here, who else is on the team? Let's find out. Next on the team, we need Ash's Heracross, his own powerful bug type. This will be Ash's only Johto Pokemon on the team, and it too is a veteran to this series as it originally made its debut when me and Raph made our best team for Ash to take down Tobias a couple years ago. Heracross rightfully deserves a spot on this team. Its moveset is Sleep Talk, Focus Punch, Mega Horn, and Horn Attack, and is also capable of using Hyper Beam as shown when Ash used it against Tobias' Darkrai. This allows it to match up well against Alder's Buizel and Vanilluxe, and although those are the only matchups where it can deal super effective damage, Heracross is very able to stand up to the rest of Alder's team. Back in the Sinnoh League when Ash battled Nando, he used Heracross against him and his Kricketune in the final matchup. Ash declared he wanted a head-to-head battle between their bug types, and it went from such an intriguing matchup to being one of my favorites in the Sinnoh League overall. And just look at that damage Heracross is able to dish out to Kricketune in this beautifully animated attack. They truly let Heracross shine here. I can see Ash doing the same thing with Alder and his bug types, and using Heracross to defeat one or even two of his bug type Pokemon, and possibly going down to Volcarona due to its fire type. But even so, it'll be able to withstand some hits from Volcarona, as back in Johto, it was shown to be capable of tanking fire type attacks. Heracross even scored good damage against Tobias' Darkrai, and I think that's high praise in and of itself if Ash had the confidence to use it against a mythical Pokemon. Heracross may not have tremendous feats or the most diverse moveset, but it packs a solid punch with great fighting speed Spirit, so I think Heracross could show Alder what a truly strong bug type really is. These next Pokemon come from Sinnoh, and firstly we need the best bird, Staraptor. That's right, sit down, Swallow. Jokes aside, I do believe Staraptor outclasses Swallow here due to its moveset. Swallow may have had some serious guts in battle and been built differently, but Staraptor is coming packed with Quick Attack, Aerial Ace, Brave Bird, and Close Combat. And what was Swallow using during the Battle Frontier? This bird was still using Peck against people like Tucker. We need that big boy damage with moves like Brave Bird and Close Combat against a champion like Alder. Staraptor is a Pokemon that doesn't play games and will put a weaker opponent in its place. It showed off its battling skills in Ash's gym battle against Maylene, against Candace and Snowpoint City, was not taking any crap from Paul's Honchkrow in the Squallville Pokeringer contest, and also defeated Paul's Weavile. Staraptor continuously shows that it's always ready for a battle, and with the moves it has, it can knock out Alder's Excelgor, Escavalier, Volcarona, Bouffalant, Vanillix, and Conkeldurr. And just like Krookodile, that's almost all of Alder's Pokemon handled by just one Pokemon. We need resilient Pokemon to take on a champion, and Staraptor certainly fits that bill. And I could even see an aerial showdown between the best birds of Sinnoh and Unova. Of course Staraptor had to be here. The next Sinnoh Pokemon is going to be Buizel, one of Ash's best water types. When it comes to battling, Ash's Buizel is an absolute Chad. Originally starting off as a Dawn's Pokemon, it quickly became clear that contests just weren't a right fit for Buizel, and it was a much better head-on battler. So when Ash got it on his team, he was able to bring out Buizel's full fighting spirit. From day one, when we first saw it in action, it was always itching for a battle against any and every Pokemon, always looking for stronger adversaries. It even challenged Zoe's Glameow, which it wiped the floor with, defeated Dawn's Piplup, and even bested Ash's Pikachu. And keep in mind, this is without any training from a trainer. This is all due to its raw power and the training it was already doing on its own, which showed a high level of discipline in this Pokemon. Buizel's moveset is Sonic Boom, Water Gun, Aqua Jet, and Ice Punch. These moves let it stack up well against Alder's Volcarona, Braviary, and Druddigon. This may only be 3 Pokemon, but at least Buizel matches up well against Alder's Ace Pokemon. It's got one of the most resilient and determined fighting spirits out of any of Ash's Pokemon that he's ever caught. This made Buizel a strong asset in his battle against the Ghost-type specialist Fantina, let it claim victory in the Pastoria Gym against Crasher Wake, and proceeded to knock out Paul's Gastrodon in the Sinnoh League. Not to mention, Buizel can use Ash's Counter Shield technique to defend from an attack and deal damage at the same time. Plus there's its signature Ice Aqua Jet technique as well, which it could take advantage of in a battle against the Vanillix. I think Buizel has the chops to defeat quite a few Pokemon on Alder's team, no doubt. The last Pokemon from Sinnoh joining this team is Ash's Gliscor, my boy. Like other Pokemon on this team, like Heracross, I do believe that Ash's Gliscor is pretty underrated. However, it's such a strong battler with guts and determination. This Pokemon went from a poor Gligar that was scared of almost any opponent to a determined Gliscor that was ready to take on any challenger. Its moveset is Fire Fang, X Scissor, Giga Impact, and Stone Edge. Again, we have a banger moveset, one of the best on the team. This allows it to stand up to Alder's Braviary, Vanillix, Excelgor, Escavalier, and Volcarona. Having Gliscor on this team gives us another strong heavy hitter that can obliterate almost Alder's entire team. Gliscor proved its worth by scoring the final win against Byron's Steel types in his Canalave City gym battle, learned how to ride wind currents with the Air Battle Master, was the only Pokemon on Ash's team who could take down Paul's broken Drapion, and due to its training, it can rebound easily from using Giga Impact. Gliscor is a Pokemon full of heart and spirit, and its attacks hit so hard that even Paul's Torterra was feeling the power of its moves at Lake Acuity. Gliscor has one of the most diverse movesets that can help it in a variety of situations, and what's really helpful is its aerial mobility that can be put to use when battling Volcarona. It definitely deserves a spot on this team. Our final member on this team is Snorlax, the heavy-hitting Pokemon that loves to eat. I'm sure you guys were expecting Pikachu to be on this team, but realistically, Pikachu just doesn't need to be here. Pikachu's moves just don't give it a great advantage over Alder's team. Sure, he can use Iron Tail on Vanillix and Thunderbolt on Braviary, but that's really it. And I'd also just rather want to give the spotlight to other Pokemon for a change. Ash's Snorlax may love to eat a lot and take naps, but when it comes to battling, it knows how to get in gear and pull out victory time and time again. Its moveset is Body Slam, Rest, Protect, and its famous Ice Punch. Ice Punch helps against the Braviary and Druddigon, and Rest will allow it to regain some health and stamina while battling Alder's Pokemon. What I love is that we could get a showdown between both trainers' powerful normal-type Pokemon, being Snorlax versus Bouffalant. Snorlax also has plenty of battling history, warranting a spot on this team, from taking down Claire's Kingdra in Johto, being able to one-shot Gary's Arcanine in the Johto League, earning Ash a quick win in the Sinnoh League, but more noteworthy is when it defeated 2 powerful fighting types back to back in the Battle Frontier against Frontier Brain Greta. It withstood hits from her Hariyama and a flurry of focus punches from Medicham. This monster would not accept defeat, and I loved it. Even at a major type disadvantage, it still came through for Ash against Elite 4 level trainers. Snorlax has guts for sure and would tough it out against any of Alder's Pokemon. Though if Ash had battled Alder in the Black and White anime, his best team would be Krookodile, Staraptor, Buizel, Gliscor, Heracross, and Snorlax. A couple of these guys are underrated, but this team is filled with Pokemon with great movesets and high fighting spirit and guts that will make all the difference against Alder and let Ash easily defeat Alder. But what Pokemon would you put on this team? Leave your changes to this team in the comments. To see more Ash Ketchum best team videos, check out these videos on screen. Special thanks to our channel members for their extra support, and until next time, train hard, and I'll catch you guys later.